Howdy y'all, it's Greg C. from Tennessee again. I have yet another Temu haul to share with y'all. This is my 21st haul so far. Yep, lucky 21. Before we get started, as usual, I need to give a disclaimer. Temu does not pay me for these demos. I'm not an influencer, so nothing is sent to me for free. I still pay for everything, and I give you my honest opinions. If I find out something doesn't work as advertised, I will always let you know. I do, however, have an affiliate link down below in the description. If you see something you like, please use my link and code so I can get a little bit of credit for sharing these reviews. I would really appreciate it. I have started putting links in the description for the items in the hauls, so feel free to check out the products further. Please keep in mind that the prices fluctuate regularly, and the price I paid may not be the same price you can get the same items for. With that said, let's get started. Well, as usual, I've already opened the bag, and I'm going to start pulling stuff out, and we'll see what's in here. A bunch of interesting stuff. It's a variety of different items that I've decided to take a look at and explore further. I'm going to start digging through this stuff and let you see what we got. So, let's see. The first thing I got for all you artists out there is a variety of artist brushes. Let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 different sizes. You can see they're a very small one, like this one here. And then you get some larger ones. I'm going to use these for decorating trains and things that have to do with trains, but obviously if you are an artist, these look fairly decent. It's a nice variety pack, so you're going to get a bunch of different sizes. They do have come in a protective plastic bag because, you know, there's just not enough plastic being used nowadays. And there's a plastic cap that goes on the top. So let's see. This one looks like it was not kept in a protective cover too well, but decent tip on there. You can see that got kind of folded over. I will have to look online to see if there's ways to fix that, but not going to worry about it too much because we're less than $6. So there's one of the bigger ones, and as you can see, there's, as we pull that out, so there's a plastic cover on them. If you pull that plastic cover off, that's a decent little brush. I'm sure I can find all sorts of fun little uses for this. It's got a nice little grip. It's a triangular grip, so it actually fits in your fingers really well. Obviously, lefty or righty, either way. It does feel very comfortable because it does fit very nicely in your hands. And like I said, I'm going to be using those, especially some of these finer ones. So you can see these are really fine ones here. Like this one here, this is, oops, sorry. This one here is like a super tiny little brush. It's like a whisker. You can barely see that thing. Wow. All right, so there's that. And the price, as you can see, less than $6. Not a bad deal. All right, next thing I got. This is handy for a bunch of different things. It's a little mini grabber. Woo! If I had a 3D camera, that'd be really cool. It'd be like 3D. Woo! Oh, sorry. So it's 4 prongs. This would be good for people who work with like gemstones or small rocks, jewelry, any number of things. So you know, dropping screws like with the models that I work on, dropping screws is always a problem. So this would be able to hold that screw firmly for me so I don't drop it. Allow me to screw it in to wherever it needs to be screwed into. I'm thinking it's aluminum. It feels like aluminum. It's got, the two knurled edges here and the plunger. So, yeah, not half bad for a little over $1. Yeah, nice. You can grab any number of things. All right, so moving on. We got a couple of different sizes of artificial long grass, as it were. I got some brown to make it look like, it's dead or dying grass, and obviously some green to show the stuff that's still alive. What I will do with this, here, let me show you. This is what I've done previously. So this is an example of what I'll do. I'll take some strands of this and I'll cut it to different sizes, and I'll make little tufts of weeds. So there'll be varying sizes and varying colors. So I'll mix some of the green and some of the tan together and give it a more realistic look. Good for little spots of where there's weeds, like the picture. And yeah, so these are the same price for either one. So just under $4, not a bad deal. There's a good bit in here, so this should last me quite a long time. Make a lot of weeds, a lot of tall grass. All right, so let's see. Next thing I got. Ooh, this will be fun. This is a coin-eating robot kit. So I will have to put this together. Obviously, I'm going to once it's put together, I'm going to give this to my grandson, probably for his 2nd birthday. It's got little googly eyes. It's got the motor in it, and it's one of those robots where it's made of wood, obviously. And what it does is you put the coin in its hand, and it opens its mouth, and the coin goes in. So neat little thing. Can't wait to put this together. That should be fun. I will, see there's a little switch here that activates it. And it's got a little battery container for 2, looks like AAAs. Yeah, I'm guessing those are AAAs. It's got the motor that operates it. It's all sorts of fun stuff. So let me go put that together. And here's the price before I put it together. So, all right, so we're going to put together the coin-eating robot kit. Let's start by taking everything out of the package. See what we've got. Ziploc package with all the parts and pieces. Slide that out like that. This coin-eating robot toy is made of high-quality wood materials, enjoying the fun in the assembly process, and is the best choice for family parties to create activities for children. And then it's in Spanish and German and French and Chinese, so everybody's included. All right, so we've got the battery, the AAA battery pack. Looks like it's got a little on-off switch here. It's got this little bar that crosses, which connects the 2 batteries together. It's got a little momentary on-off switch, which I'm assuming has to do with the activation for when the coin is in the proper position. All right, so we'll take care of that later. We got a bag of parts here. All sorts of fun parts. Let's see, we got the motor and gear assembly. And we've got some miscellaneous parts, which I'm not sure what those are for. Little axle shaft, I'm guessing that has to do with the arms. Some looks like metal support brackets, screws and spacers of various sizes. So we have to figure out which ones are which. Comes with the obligatory screwdriver, that's always nice. A couple of pins. Looks like arm assembly, maybe. Not quite sure. Little felt head. Oh, you know what? These are probably, yep, little dots. So those will go on the bottom. And of course, we've got the googly eyes. You gotta have googly eyes for your robot. And then another piece of plastic, not sure what that's for. And we've got the different parts. This is part panel number 3, part panel number 2, which, oh, look at that, all the parts are already off of that one. And part panel number 1. So we'll start with that one, I'm sure. Here's the assembly instructions. It's all pretty much pictures. Looks like it does have a list of the parts, but it doesn't really tell you anything in English, so that's kind of not helpful. And it's just got illustrated instructions. You can see those little pads go on the bottom of the feet. That little blue bracket holds the motor assembly. And there's the, looks like an actuator of some sorts. Alright, so we'll start putting this together. I'll put this in time-lapse mode so you all don't have to spend as much time watching it as I do building it. And let's start. Alright, so here's the finished product. I'm just going to stick a couple batteries in them real quick, just like so. And like so, I've already got the switch connected, which means he should work. And a portable bank over here. And whoops, try again. As you can see, he just gobbles up the quarters. Oop. Doesn't always get in there, but there we go. Kind of hit or miss. A lot more misses than hits, but we'll try another one. Oop. Oop. Just fun to play with. There we go. See how he does with nickel. Oop. Almost swallows it. Dime. Oop. Dime falls out. There it goes. Okay. I'm sure a penny works. Yep. There you go. So there's our little coin-eating robot with the googly eyes. He's got to have the googly eyes. And when you're done, you just flip the switch. And it's also good to take the batteries out. That way, it's ready for next time. And to empty them, you just turn them over and dump the coins out. Like so. Fun for kids of all ages. Okay, now for the next thing, we've got All right. Some of my subscribers were always concerned about me keeping my knives sharp. This is not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but these are sharpening stones for sharpening your knife. These are professional diamond knife sharpening stones. So it comes in 3 different grits from what I saw. So it's, oh, yep. Okay, so the 3 different grits. So 240 is your heavy grit. So that's for your knife that's really dull. Then you move up to the 600 grit, which will bring a finer edge to your blade. And then to finish it off, you'll finish it with 1000 grit, which should make the blades really nice and smooth and sharp as a razor, in theory. So I will try those out. It's not exactly what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be one of those mounts. Yeah, I thought it was one of those mounted knife sharpeners, you know, where you put this on there and it draws across the blade. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that one, but we'll try it out anyway. And the last thing I got, I have to open this one with my knife, which I had professionally sharpened, so don't worry, those of you who are worried about my hands. I got my knife sharpened, so it's not a problem. So it just looks like packing material. Yay. All right, so this is a little gadget I got for the model trains. So what we do with this is it's got a bunch of little wheels on it, and it's got a place to plug in power. So you plug in your I'm thinking this is going to be really tight too, so plug these little things into the end over here, like so, and then you attach this to your power supply. Seeing it's got a looks like a phono plug, so I will probably bypass that. But anyway, so you take your train and you put your train on the wheels here, and depending on how many wheels your train has, it obviously gives you the power, and then it runs your trains so that you can test them, or you can lubricate them, or whatever the case may be, without it running off on the rails. And let me get a locomotive real quick and I'll show you how that looks. I'm not going to actually turn it on because I need to play around with the power on this, figure that out, but I'll put a locomotive on there so you can see how it looks. So I've got the locomotive, and what you do is you just line it up, line the little bogies up with the wheels, and set those so that the wheels sit on here. Not the easiest thing in the world. There we go. So I got the front ones lined up, and they're going to sit on there just like they'd sit on the track. And I got the front ones, I just got to get the back ones, like so. So they'll sit on there, they'll get the power from these rails, and the power will be transmitted. Obviously, I'm not going to be holding this while I'm doing this. That would be nuts. It's difficult enough. So, yeah, trying to hold this and do this would be a difficult at best task. So, normally you would do this on a table, because obviously it's going to be a lot easier on a table. It's going to be a lot more stable on a table. All right, so there you go. You get the general idea. So it sits on the little wheels, and once you add power, it spins on these little, on the little brass wheels there, and therefore you can test it without it going anywhere. And obviously, if you have more wheels, you can add more of these little doodads. So this would be for, you know, train that has 3 sets of wheels here instead of 2. There's also steam locomotives. You want to have a couple depending on the configuration of the steam locomotive. So, so that's how that works. It's engaged, so you know, once it's on there, you can slide it back and forth without a problem. So, and each side picks up power from the bars, which get their power from here. So, yeah, that'll be nice. It'll be especially handy for testing and lubricating my models. Instead of trying to hold on to them while they're running, I can actually run them on this thing and save myself a lot of time and hassle. So there's that. There's the price. And that's going to be it for this haul. Not the biggest haul. Not the most exciting haul. But a lot of interesting different doodads and stuff. And, you know, I had the robots, grass brushes, and knife sharpening dealies. So, yeah, pretty good stuff. Anybody, for those of you who have stayed through the whole thing, thanks for watching. I appreciate you very much. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye-bye.